ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. Alhamdulillah, today was the class of Fiqh, and we went over some very important points related to the steps of marriage, what is prohibited and what is halal, what's advised. And we started off with the first step and the first important thing, which is the seriousness of the person that is going to get married. He must be financially capable, he must be physically capable, and emotionally capable. Yeah, the first rule is that you must be serious and you're not there just to waste time and just to have a little fun and just hop off. So the first step of marriage is called the khutbah, which is also known as the engagement. It's just a verbal declaration of someone that wants to get married. Two brother and a sister meet. They have connection. They want to get married, and of course, there's a limit to which a person can see with the other partner. So, a man can look at his future wife's hair, her arms, her hands, her face, but of course, nothing further than that. Nothing other than this. And also for the wife, same thing. You know, you can look at specific things, but oh, so majority of the scholars do not allow the hair, but some say it's permissible. So this is the first step. After this step, we have the katbul kitab, which is when it moves from being verbally, when it moves from being verbally to being a written agreement or written marriage. And some scholars they say that you do not need any witnesses. It can just be in front of the public, and that will be enough. In this step, in this step, this is where it gets even more serious, and you must by this time know if you're actually willing to get married to this person or not, because there's something called shabka, which is basically jewelry which the man gives to his future wife, and he can give it at the khitbah. But if for example they find out that they're not matching and they do not want to get married, if they find this out earlier, it would be always better for both of them. Because if they find out during the khitbah, the jewelry can come back safely to the man and it will all be good. But let's say they discover that they do not want to get married later on when they've done the katbul kitab. At this time, the wife will keep half and will give half back to the husband. And if let's say they discover even later on, which after they've gotten married, done the nikah, the wedding, and have had intercourse and maybe even had children, at that time it would be pretty much over for the man. He cannot get a single penny back from this, and it's fully the wife's jewelry and money, because it's also part of the meher. So at that time it'll be just too late. So this goes back to my first point, that we must be serious, and the man specifically and the woman, they both must be serious about getting married. There's also a point I want to touch on, which is the importance of the wali. In Islam, the man is usually the one to approach the woman and to propose. So he does not need a wali, which is usually a wali is usually a father, the father of the husband and or the wife. So the sister would need a wali, which is the father. If he's not alive, it would be someone that is a male figure, for maybe the uncle or an older brother, that could also take a decision not only based on emotions. He can look at it from a logical perspective and see if this is actually going to work or not, because there might be an emotional connection, but maybe it's not going to work. Maybe there's an issue that they can't see but someone from the other side can see. So that's the importance of a wali, because he checks it from a third point of view that is not visible to both of them. And the wali of the wife, he's the only wali that is needed for the marriage to go on. The man does not need a wali. If the wali of the wife does not accept getting married, does not accept for his daughter to get married, then they cannot proceed without his acceptance. And so for her, if she does not accept, she cannot be forced to get married. So they both have equal rights in the marriage of accepting or declining. Um, and also individuals can have different, priorities, and they might like some things in her husband, and he might like things in his wife. So that does not contradict our Islamic belief that if he's religious, then that's it, that's enough for me. I don't need him to, for example, maybe to have a good income, or I want him to look a certain way. That does not contradict. You can still decline or accept based on these type of things. That is not haram or even discouraged. And we were also going about the kafa'a, which is the equal, I would say, quality of both of the sides. For example, if the woman has a PhD in computer science and the man, he's a truck driver, some scholars like Imam Hanifa, he says that they should not go forward with this marriage because it would usually end up with some problems related to status and, maybe ego or something like this. But other madhahib say that it's totally fine for the even the wife to be in a higher status or higher paying job than the man himself. So this is pretty much, so if there's a dispute on this, so it's just based on your personal opinion. So this is pretty much all the points we covered, majority. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. ويا